Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Final Fantasy Exvius video, and since this won the poll, we're going to be talking about how to break Vinera. So, I actually got my game to work. I can actually go into the training dummy, but we're not going to talk about that just yet. So, first of all, let's go ahead and take a look, yes, at Vinera first. Now, since I've not been in some trials on the global side, sorry about that, I do not have the dagger that has the most attack in the game, so we're gonna go with this kind of a build. I think this build's the best, but of course you can have other situations where if you need to have it, and of course you don't need a STMR. It just opens up a lot of other possibilities. Of course, a lot of units have that kind of situation where when you have their STMR, it opens up a lot of other situations. So 20% true to build, very easily obtained now, and we have 3% demon and human killer, but you could have whatever killers you want to put on her. Is very easy to do because she's very flexible in that role. 300% over 300, we have over 300% limit burst damage on this form, but we don't really care about that too much. And of course, 100% evasion, which if you've been playing long enough and you have one Moogle Charm, maybe if you could get another one, you could have two Moogle Charms here instead and figure out another way. Of course, she'll have less stats, but she could be like your auto provoker, but also have those breaks and whatnot. That's an option, but of course this is where we actually want to focus on our efforts, and it's going to be the same equipment, except this time we have Call of the Wild. What do we have? Okay, we have that as well, but we have this instead, just because it gives 7 limit burst college, and now that gives us more than 12, which is not needed, but we have 12 limit burst college per turn now. We have the same stats as before. Now we got that 12 limit burst college per turn, which is good. So of course, you can have it as many ways as you want. You don't have to have her STMR. Don't focus on doing 2 daggers because she doesn't have any dagger imperils until if Hawkeye even comes out in the game, who knows? Until that happens, until someone can give a dagger imperil, which I think is very few. I think Locke can do it, but I mean they're both breakers, so that's not really gonna be too good. But it is what it is, and so we have a pretty good build here. I think this is pretty good. Of course, like I mentioned, you can have any killers you want. It's just that I focus on the easier ones to build because then I can build up pretty well. And apparently she can get much higher stats than this, but this is all stuff I've got. And of course, even if you have higher stats, that means you have less killers. And of course, guys, as you guys know, and as you guys know on this channel, if you've been here for a while, all I ever mention is killers. So for some reason, I guess I haven't done this in a while. On the global side, apparently you get full limit burst college. On the JB side, I don't believe that you do. So first of all, let's go ahead and use that Marauder's Blade. Of course, you can't break the dummy, where we're just pretending here, right, guys? So, oh, wait, is that okay? This is actually a lot more ingenious than I thought. So, even after these breaks goes, this is actually a really good break. I didn't see this in my review, I guess. I didn't think it was going to be like this because how Gumi usually runs their units. Even if after this goes away, this break will still be alive. So this is actually a really good break. So of course we're all going to go with that since it doesn't do any damage, why not? And then of course we want to do this, Dark Imbue ourselves. And finally we want to go ahead and do this for some attack boosts and some limit burst damage and whatnot. And they will just, you know, they're just going to do their own thing too. I believe they both have dark elements on anyways, so it doesn't matter. And Reagan, he doesn't have anything to do, so. I brought Uriah and also Finzi along just for the limit burst fill, but we don't really need that. It's gonna be kind of, you're gonna have to be a little bit of patience on this guy since I'm chaining on an emulator, and it might be a bit laggy. It might be a little laggy. Of course, as you saw there, the DOT did a lot of damage, but I mean, it's a training dummy. It has 1 defense and I believe it has 1 defense and spirit, so it doesn't matter too much. So yeah, it doesn't matter. And So let's go with this. I mean, her Limp Burst is okay as a finisher. That's okay. Oh, I forgot about the dark damage. So actually, you don't want if you don't care about this that much, that's okay. Forgot about the dark damage. So you would definitely want to boost that up. Unfortunately, she started this race, so of course this time we're just gonna chill. Actually, we're actually just gonna chill. And as you guys know, or may not know, her Limp Burst on her base form does not boost her Limp Burst on her Brave Shift form. That would be a whole lot. That would be a pretty good combination. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So I might fail in this. Oh, you shifted back. Whoops. It doesn't matter. He's only here to chain. We're not here to do a giant amount of damage here, guys. We're just trying to show you guys rotation and how to build and whatnot. So away we go. Oh, this wasn't working. Okay, now it's working. Nope, it didn't work. This blue stacks thing is kind of awkward. If somehow it made him defend. Wow. I don't know why it made him defend. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. What is actually going on? I'm pressing the buttons. Okay, I guess I'll have to just press them manually. That's gonna be kind of slow though. Apologies, guys. I can only work with what I got. That's gonna be pretty bad, but yeah, this is bad. But you guys get the general idea of everything. And actually, you could probably do her finish her even a little bit later than that, but that's not very good. But of course, as you guys know, as you guys can see here, I'm struggling a bit because for some reason when I press the BlueStacks has a thing where you can press the like 4 and 5 chain, but it's not working for some reason. It's just making them defend or do nothing. So that's about it, guys. There really isn't much else to it. She's very simple. If you want to make her into a chainer, however, you need to use her Limp Burst in her base form to get those modifier boosts. They last permanently, so there's no reason not to do it if you want to use her as a chainer. But of course, she's not going to be the best chainer in the world, but at the same time, if you don't have anything else, of course she's going to be the bee's knees, right? Because you don't have much else. And I'm assuming that's for some of you guys may not even have any Vision damage dealers yet. You may be new to the game and may be like, hey, I want Vinera. And yeah, she's quite good. So if you were to do that, you have to shift back and forth because you really want to get that dark damage boost. And I believe you can only get that in her Brave Shift form. This does not do it. So you have to shift over to her Brave Shift form in order to get that dark boost, which is very essential. And of course, even more of a dark boost is using her Limp Burst in her Brave Shift form. That 50% dark boost right here. That's pretty strong. In fact, that's the highest ever. I think that's the highest ever. 50% dark boost. So of course her modifiers are gonna be a little lower. That's okay. So you would shift over, even if you're using it as a chain, you shift both of them over. Maybe you have like some support chainers that can go and you can use 2 Limp Bursts on whatever you're fighting, and you can maybe get some support chaining on because that's not as rare as it used to be. So maybe you can pull that off, and then in the next turn you can shift back over, I believe, or maybe maybe there's a turn cooldown or whatever, and then shift back over and then start chaining away. That's how you do it. Or you just want to stay in this form, you can just stay in this form too. But of course you want to use her Limp Burst in this form because this lasts until she dies or the battle's over. And of course all those kind of things, all those kind of good things as well. So guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Hopefully this answered any questions you may have. I know I kind of failed, but the emulator, it's kind of the emulator's fault, not so much mine. So I'm gonna go ahead and blame the emulator. And go ahead and level up her vision card, guys. It's very good for her dagger boost. But don't fall into the trap of equipping 2 daggers because she's not Hawkeye. She never claimed to be a Hawkeye. She doesn't have any dagger in perils, so there's no reason to equip 2 daggers. She has more weapons that she can use useful for that situation. So for this situation, we were doing Demon and Human, but of course, like I mentioned, you could do any killers you want. And I better get out of here before my nose starts running again, and I embarrass myself. Thank you guys for watching. If you watched all to the very end, make sure to type in anything you want in the comment section, because you guys are the ones who won this poll. So I'm gonna go ahead and put another poll in the next few days to show you guys what else we can do. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.